Welcome to the History of Simple Things, where we delve into the fascinating history behind the little things that shape our world. The modern world as we know it owes much to a single, unassuming invention: the shipping container. These large, rectangular boxes have become the backbone of global trade, seamlessly transporting goods across oceans, countries, and continents. But their story is one of innovation, persistence, and transformation. The history of the shipping container is a tale that stretches from the early days of cargo shipping to the present, highlighting how this simple yet ingenious invention has revolutionized the way we trade and interact with one another on a global scale. Long before the advent of the shipping container, the transportation of goods across the seas was a laborious and inefficient process. In the 18th and 19th centuries, cargo was typically loaded and unloaded by hand, a method known as breakbulk shipping. Goods were packed into barrels, sacks, and wooden crates, then hoisted onto ships using ropes and pulleys. This process was not only time-consuming, but also prone to damage and theft. The inefficiency of breakbulk shipping meant that it could take days or even weeks to load and unload a single vessel. Additionally, the labor-intensive nature of this process drove up the costs of shipping, making international trade less accessible and more expensive. The idea of using standardized containers for shipping cargo can be traced back to the early 20th century. In 1917, the United States Army used small, standardized containers to transport supplies to the front lines during World War I. These early containers, known as transporters, helped streamline the loading and unloading process, reducing the time and effort required to move goods. However, it wasn't until the mid-20th century that the concept of the shipping container truly began to take shape. In the 1950s, a trucking entrepreneur named Malcolm McLean revolutionized the shipping industry with his vision of using large, standardized containers to transport goods. Malcolm McLean, often referred to as the father of containerization, played a pivotal role in the development of the modern shipping container. McLean's career began in the trucking industry, where he witnessed firsthand the inefficiencies of traditional breakbulk shipping. He envisioned a system where goods could be packed into large, standardized containers at the point of origin, then transported seamlessly by truck, train, and ship without the need for repacking. In 1955, McLean purchased the Pan-Atlantic Steamship Company and began experimenting with containerized shipping. He modified old tankers to accommodate large containers, creating the world's first container ships. On April 26, 1956, McLean's vision became a reality when the converted tanker, the SS Ideal X, embarked on its maiden voyage from Newark, New Jersey to Houston, Texas, carrying 58 metal containers. This historic journey marked the beginning of the container shipping revolution. Despite the success of this initial voyage, the shipping industry was slow to embrace McLean's innovation. Many industry leaders were skeptical of the container's potential, questioning whether it would truly lead to cost savings and increased efficiency. Additionally, the transition to container shipping required significant investment in new infrastructure, including specialized container ships, port facilities, and handling equipment. One of the key factors that contributed to the success of the shipping container was the establishment of standardized dimensions and specifications. In the early 1960s, the International Organization for Standardization, ISO, developed a set of standards for container sizes and handling equipment. The most common container size, the 20-foot equivalent unit, TEU, became the industry standard. Standardization allowed for greater interoperability between different modes of transportation and facilitated the widespread adoption of container shipping. By the late 1960s, major shipping lines and ports around the world had begun investing in containerization, leading to a rapid expansion of the global container fleet. The advent of container shipping had a profound impact on global trade. By significantly reducing the time and cost of transporting goods, containers opened up new markets and opportunities for businesses. The efficiency of container shipping made it possible to move large volumes of goods quickly and reliably, leading to a dramatic increase in international trade. For example, the cost of shipping a ton of cargo from New York to Europe fell by over 90% between the 1950s and the 1970s. This reduction in shipping costs allowed for the globalization of supply chains, enabling companies to source materials and manufacture products in different parts of the world. The evolution of the shipping container did not stop with its initial adoption. Over the decades, technological advancements have continued to improve the efficiency and versatility of container shipping. Innovations such as refrigerated containers, known as reefers, have made it possible to transport perishable goods over long distances. This has had a significant impact on the global food industry, allowing for the year-round availability of fresh produce and other perishable items. Additionally, the development of larger and more advanced container ships has further increased the capacity and efficiency of global shipping networks. While the shipping container has brought about numerous benefits, it has also raised important environmental and economic considerations. The rapid growth of container shipping has led to increased concerns about the environmental impact of the shipping industry. Large container ships are significant sources of greenhouse gas emissions, contributing to global climate change. Additionally, the construction and operation of container ports can have significant environmental impacts on coastal ecosystems. On the economic front, the efficiency of container shipping has led to the consolidation of the shipping industry, with a small number of large companies dominating the market. This consolidation has raised concerns about competition and the potential for monopolistic practices. As we look to the future, the shipping container will continue to play a central role in global trade. However, the industry faces several challenges and opportunities. One of the key challenges is addressing the environmental impact of container shipping. Efforts are underway to develop more sustainable shipping practices, including the use of alternative fuels and the implementation of energy-efficient technologies. Additionally, the rise of digitalization and automation is poised to transform the shipping industry. Technologies such as blockchain, the Internet of Things, IoT, and autonomous ships have the potential to further streamline operations, enhance security, and reduce costs. The history of the shipping container is a story of innovation, persistence, and transformation. From the early days of breakbulk shipping to the global containerized trade of today, the shipping container has revolutionized the way we move goods around the world. Its impact on global trade, economic growth, and everyday life cannot be overstated. As we continue to navigate the challenges and opportunities of the 21st century, the shipping container will remain a vital component of the global economy, facilitating the exchange of goods and ideas across borders and connecting people and businesses in ways that were once unimaginable. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.